Trop bem. Yeah, boy! Sorry, I'm getting dressed. Ugh. Oh, I wanna party. Oh, she wants to party. Hi, Bono Cat. Hi, Mrs. Bono Cat. You on your couch? Looking all pretty. She on her couch. She's the prettiest lady. She's such a pretty lady. I mean, she is. She's a pretty woman. She's the prettiest of women. She is. She's a special kitty. You stay and be a good girl, okay? Oh, she wanna party. Oh, you can't even see the screen. That's weird. Hello, is that Cori Aldemir? No way. How did I get here before Doobie did? No, I was right there. I said first in the chat. I think I won the race too, honestly. I don't know. I think it was close. I think it was close. Oh, she wanna party. What are you up to today, Mr. Aldemir? Oh, Corey Aldemir. Sorry, I gotta pocket you guys. I gotta lock my door. Stupid bottom lock doesn't work. It's a bit cold and rainy out. She wanna party. I probably could have wore my leggings, my Under Armour leggings or whatever the fuck they are. Man, this is disaster levels of walking straight through ice and slush. Thank God I got my boots on. It is a bit spitting out. Not too bad though. What are they doing? Definitely could have wore leggings underneath my pants. This don't feel like one. Feels colder. Feels like it's like -5 out here. Scheiße. This is why I don't usually look at the weather, because it just pisses me off then. This is way colder than it said. Oh, we want some snoozy. Oh, yikes. Man, that was a crazy win. I really hope the withdrawal goes through. Everything works out good. So nice to get $1,000 withdrawals though, Jesus. Those are crazy. So rare. Oh, we want some snussy. Oh, these straight streets are way worse. The wind is blowing towards me on these ones. Ooh, this is way colder. Unfortunately, this is the majority of the walk, is these straight ones. We only have 2 sideways streets. At least the walk home will be much warmer because it'll be on our back instead of our front. Freezes my hand though. Oops. That shady lady one with the rats. Where you get the viruses and they like slowly upgrade. Pretty insane. 14,400x line pay. Like honestly, even in like fake videos and all that shit, like I don't know if I've ever seen a line pay that big. That is an insane line pay. I know, that would have been crazy. Man, this wind is cold. At least it's not raining out. My legs are cold though. 14,400x. And I mean off of just like a medium symbol, yeah. Well, any symbol above that would have been a max win. That's 2/3 or 3/4 of a max win. Oh, I could have ran right there, but I didn't. But I could have. I'm gonna right there, because there's a huge line of cars coming. It's way too cold to wait. If that red one, if we would have been in the purple also instead of red, we would have max won probably, because it would have had one extra split. All 3 of them would have had one extra split. Would have been max. That was crazy though. Really cool to see that stuff happen. Shady Lady has been, as volatile as it is, it very much is like No Limit and Hacksaw for me, where like it's incredibly volatile, but it does just have those crazy big wins on it, like that I feel like you just don't see on some companies. Pragmatic, I mean some other companies. Like you just never see big wins on Prag. It's so hard. I know Hames has won maxed gates, but I've never, like, we've had big wins, but like a big win on Prag is, other than Larry, which we've done bigger. My biggest win other than Larry is like 1,500, 1,600x, I think, on Prag. Not very big, not compared to how much we play it and compared to all the other companies. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Well, I actually still have the bounty or the loot box video to make
as well, and that I have suck for that video too, so that'll be good. I have to actually go clip that out, that suck part. I don't know when that happened the other night. I've been streaming so much lately that it's really hard to find clips for me right now, because not hard to find them, there's a lot of them, but it's hard to find the ones I want sometimes because there's so many fucking streams that I can't remember what streams it happened on. But yeah, we'll have to do like a big shady lady video. Ooh. Because we've got now 1000X on Devil's Finger multiple times. We got 1000X on Oops. And then now a 10,000X. Got a bunch of 1000X's on Orphan Organ. We don't have a 1000X on Brain, whatever. The cult one. Nor do we have one on the bigger games. But we do have a 500X now on Suck. I guess we'll have to just start buying those ones until we get a video of it. Hello, poor dirt farmer. How's the dirt business going? I know your struggles. I run a snow business. It's hard to sell snow in climate like this. As you can imagine. And I know our biggest win ever on No Limmy, I know, was on Folsom Prison. 900 or 700, one or the other, off a $13 buy. How it be? How it's starting to spit out. I don't like that. Stop raining, motherfucker. I'm out here walking. Also, Hames and Kaysen have to play heads up too. In about a month and start growing our crops. Shit, dirt seeds? Shit, I heard they're expensive. Probably pay a lot for irrigation too, right? Damn. You gotta water dirt a lot to get it to multiply. This is just like a morning out in England, really. That's what I should have titled the stream. A morning walk in England. Other than the snow, I guess. If I point the camera up, it's similar though. Good morning to you, chap. Merry old. Pip pip. Name's Joe. Joe Sassiones. Nice to meet you. Coffee after a good win. True. And hopefully a croissant too. Maybe even a donut. If I'm feeling spicy. Bum, 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 bum. I am in North Florida, so we have to pump our own water from a well to your privates. Oh, to plants. Well, I'm glad that your privates have access to water at least. I wish England looked like that. Thank you, Sliced. Yep, pretty much 1,000 dead on, like 983. Why is this light taking so long? Wherever. Sink or toilet, I like that. That's a vibe. I drank from a sink or toilet once. Yep. Withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. Juice, baby. But hopefully we get it. I mean, it ain't in our account yet. It won't be for a while. I shot in a sink once. Shit, was that at a school in London, England? Shit, I've done the same thing. That's weird. I did it in the adult sink. Hello. Yeah, please.
You're going to have to remind me of what that is.
Quad espresso.
And gift card?
Yeah.
You're all good to go.
Thank you. Sorry? Did you say something to me?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't want to be rude. Sorry. Did you eat it after or wash it? Oh, no, I just called the janitor at the school to clean it up. Yeah. Kaysen did it first. He told me it was funny. So the next day I went and did it. Yeah. It's kind of a trend in London, England now. Don't snitch on me. Oh. And then Habe thought he would do it, but unfortunately Habe was too short to get his butt up to the rim, so he just did it on the floor in a classroom. Yeah. Standard Habe. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. What's up? How it be? Not too bad. Vibing around. What are we working with here today? Hello. Do any of these have croissants in them by chance?
No.
I'll just have 2 croissants then, please.
Is the plain one?
Yeah.
You ready?
Thank you. Already getting bright there? Yeah, it's starting to, the sun's just coming up, yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good day. Abe did the one in his coffee cup. Damn. Joe's just having to listen. He might not even be listening. He's so focused on poker right now. He's locked in. I think he's on GG. He's full locked. He's locked and cocked right now. He's straight cocked up. You can't even distract him. He's too good. He's checking and raising and checking. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to Kaysen and Joe was the 3-betting ranges. That's right. Joe is very aggressive 3-better, which is fine. Kaysen's very aggressive 3-better too, but I think Joe's even more aggressive, which is totally fine. It's a good thing. But you don't want to just 3-bet everything because you have to have good hands in your range too. So I mean, it's much better of a strategy to 3-bet everything out of position. If you're in position, you want to have a big flat calling range too, like your ace 10s and king queens and king jacks and like all these hands that play really well post flop and maybe don't gain as much from a 3-bet pre-flop. Those hands can all go into more of a flatting range, and then put more bluffs into your 3-betting range, like ace 5 suited. Yeah, Joe's more aggressive with his 3-bets. Well, he played hand yesterday or the day before that I saved, but then I forgot to talk about it. But yeah, I forget what the hand was, but if he would have flatted a wider range instead of 3-betting full range, he wouldn't have busted in the hand. He had a gut shot, I think, and the other guy flopped 2 pair. It was like he had ace jack of diamonds, the other guy had king queen, and the guy opened under the gun. Joe 3-bet, he called, flop came like 5 king queen, and they ended up all in. But like those types of hands, they just play much better, especially versus an under the gun range, because if somebody's raising under the gun, I mean, SWC is a little different because they're all terrible, but you should still play sound poker. And if somebody's like opening under the gun at a 7-handed table, say, there's not a lot of hands that are calling that you're dominating with a 3-bet, because you need them to be calling with like a bunch of weaker aces or weaker jacks, or like taking the lead on a lot of worse hands. They're just going to have you crushed 4-bet shove a lot, because like 30 blinds deep, they have ace, king, ace, queen, jacks, 10s, queens, kings, aces. They're just ripping. Now you're committed. You're fucked. Is that bet a 3-bet, ace, jack suited? In that spot, no. I mean, it depends on how aggressive the person is and stack size and stuff like that. But like 35, 40 blinds, 7-handed under the gun opens, I would just be flat calling with ace jack. I wouldn't be 3-betting. Like, you're in position, you have a really nice hand that plays really well post flop. You don't get a ton of value from hands that are going to call, and he's going to 4-bet shove on you a lot, and then you're fucked. Because his range under the gun should be relatively tight, right? Like, it's not like he just has fucking ace 7 offsuit under the gun 7-handed. That if he does, he does, whatever. Or if he's super aggressive, then isolate. But for the most part, that's getting real aggressive. Like, because if you're 3-betting ace jack there, you're 3-betting for value. If you're 3-betting ace jack suited, you're 3-betting for value most of the time. I mean, 3-betting especially. Maybe you're 4-bet bluffing sometimes with it, but like 3-betting, you're always 3-betting for value. But like, you have to just think about how are you getting value? His range is very tight. He's under the gun. And you're going to just end up in positions where you have to put in a lot of chips behind a lot. Or flipping. Like, don't be scared to play post, that's all. You can play post, like, and just call raises and flat in position and play post flop. You don't always have to put in more money. Oh. But Joe's just aggressive. I don't want you guys to change your game. I just want you guys to just use the proper hands. Like, if you're gonna 3-bet in that spot, it's either a bluff or value. Ace jack's a bit light for value, and then if it's a bluff, it should be like ace 5 suited. That's the solver's favorite bluffing hand, right? So if at any point you want to re-raise or 4-bet as a bluff, ace 5 suited is the hand that is most favorited to do that with. I was just watching as I play. I watch whenever how did I come through here? Whenever I'm playing, I usually watch you guys and just see what you're doing. But especially versus, like, the other side of it is, like, yeah, even if they're really bad and they're like opening super loose, you don't need to take like 60-40 spots versus the retards. You guys are definitely better players. You don't have to take these like super high variance spots. Like, I play a much lower variance style usually on SWC because I know that there's a lot of edge in just playing flops and outplaying them and just waiting for them to give you chips. So you don't really need to play like the super high variance style. You want to play that when you're on an even playing field or you're worse like than people. And then the worse you feel in a game or the smaller your edge, the higher variance style you want to play because it mitigates the opponent's edge from you. And if you have a big edge, you want to play a much lower variance style and use your edge against the people. Try to manipulate your edge the best you can. And I mean, that can mean going all in all the time and doing a lot of aggressive stuff if they're folding a lot, but you just don't want to risk a lot of chips versus terrible players unless you got them locked. How did I do in my mini crumb last night? I see 2 face cards and I'm like, let's go. No, you did all right. I think that you get a little bit over call-y with some hands, like I've seen you be a little bit more prone to calling than folding in some bigger spots. Like maybe a little bit more aware of the chip stacks around you and the bubble and stuff like that, like ICM. And then, because there was a hand you played, I don't know if it was that tournament or it was the day before, where a guy, you had like 20 blinds. I don't know, let's just say you had like 10,000 chips and it was like 200, 500 blinds. And you opened in the cutoff and the small blind went all in for like 6,900, I want to say, like almost 3/4 of your stack. And you called with Queen Jack off. I believe you ended up winning that hand, but that's a little bit of a, it's fine to raise there, but when you get shoved on, Queen Jack to like a 14 big blind shove kind of going into the bin, especially when like 5 pay or 4 pay and there's like 7 left. You don't need to like call off in those super aggressive spots. It looks like heaven. 2 face cards. Like earlier, maybe it's okay when people are just like shoving super aggressive too, but like later on when everybody's like much tighter and like the money is, we're almost in the money, people are just not gonna just shove the Jack 9 in that spot, you know? Like chances are they're just not, so. And you want to have raise folds anyways, right? Because you want people to keep shoving on you. So it's okay to have some folds in your range so that when you have the big hands, you get called. Like that's why balance is so important. What's up, short trick? Yeah, that's okay. Like earlier on, it's just when you're near the money that it changes things a little bit. And then 14 blinds, he's shoving versus cutoff. Like, yeah, it's a bluffy situation for sure, but I mean, he's not gonna just have like Jack 10 or Jack 9, and you really don't dominate any hands. Like you're kind of just hoping he has like 8s, 9s, 10s, or like King 10 suited or something. Everything else you're kind of in bad shape to, which is going to be a lot of his range. Like that's kind of how to break those situations down. Like there's that equity. I can send you the equity calculator. I don't know if I've sent it before, but it's a good thing to look at because it's literally a range calculator. So you can put in your exact hand and then you can put in all the hands you think he might have into the calculator and it'll tell you the odds versus all of the hands. And that's kind of a good way to learn ranges and stuff like that. Because then you can see like, okay, if he's shoving with like ace, king, ace, queen, 8s, 9s, 7s, 10s, jacks, all these hands he's shoving with, I have queen, jack, what's my equity versus that range? And should I be calling? Not versus the specific hand, but versus what I assume his range of hands to be. And then the more aggressive the player is, the wider that range becomes, right? So you just kind of go from there. If it's like, oh, okay, Joe's in the small blind and I raise the button. Well, now I know, okay, he's shoving like all the pairs, like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. He's shoving Jack 10 and Jack 9 suited and ace 6 and 7 and 8. So, oh, well, now if you add all those hands in, oh yeah, Queen Jack, slam dunk call. And that's kind of how you learn. That's how like back in the day, there wasn't all the knowledge, right? That's how I learned. was that. I just had a couple of good poker calculators, and I'd just play hands and punch them in, or play spots, or I'd make bluffs that didn't work, and then I'd put in, like, okay, this was what I had, and this is what I assumed his range would be. Like, how much of it is folding versus me, and how much is calling, and because sometimes you just bluff in the right spot, and they just have the 20% that they should have, and you're dead, and it is what it is. It's not like it was a bad bluff. That's why cash games are so much harder for me, because I like all that background math of like, okay, this is like 7 people pay, and this is how many chips each person has, and I can't do this, or I can do that, or I need to risk this or bluff that, or I can't risk my stack right now, or I can. All of that math is gone in cash games. It's just, do I have an edge? Yes, I do. That's it. Like, is this spot profitable to bluff? Yes. You bluff 100% of the time then. And that's it. Like, and I don't really like that. Or is this spot valuable to, like, am I ahead of his range by 1%? If you're a 51-49 in a cash game, you want to take that spot every day, because you could play that hand a million times and make a lot of money. So, whereas in tournaments, you wouldn't want to take the 51-49 in a lot of situations, especially final tables and stuff. Yeah, it's really, I'll show you when I get home. I'm pretty sure I still have it saved. Hopefully it's still a site. I haven't used it for like a year. I used to show it to people all the time, and I have it saved somewhere. It's a really basic site, but it's like the power of the tool is huge. I always wanted a poker equity range calculator. And that one's just free. It's just like a HTML code one. And then you can put both ranges in. You can put one range, you can just use it as a straight calculator and just put both hands, knowing all the different things. But yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty basic. I think I sent it to Joe at some point. Yeah, and it's got a bunch of ways to a slider that shows you the range. So like you could do bottom 10% or top 10%. You can just put in hands, like, so there's a whole hand chart, and then you just select each hand, like aces, kings, ace, king suited, ace, king offsuit, and you can pick all the hands and then run the exact calculation versus whatever you picked your hand to be. You can do like really, really high-end calculations with it as far as like range versus range and different stuff like that goes. It is a very powerful calculator. Hopefully it's still a thing. We'll see when I get inside. Powerful tool though. I mean, it's just a website. But if you want to learn the math and ranges and stuff, you got to use that stuff to be like more nerdy and learn the numbers, because that's a hard thing to know. All right, I'll be right back. Probably gonna go to Purple for a sec.